Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Someone Scott Selections here for Sunday, November 28th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up having a very nice day, but we had 4 plays to go through, so I'll go through all of them right now. Starting off with the college football joint show, we ended up sweeping the board with those 3 plays. Started off with Notre Dame minus 18.5 and minus 110 on BetMGM against Stanford, and they ended up covering. At South Carolina, team total under 16.5 at minus 130 on DraftKings as they ended up taking on Clemson, and the Gamecocks did not score. Lost that game 30-0. Then on top of that, we had Southern Miss minus 10 at minus 115 on DraftKings against FIU, and they also ended up covering, but we did not sweep the board as we ended up losing our basketball play that yesterday with the Hawks, minus 3.5 at minus 110 on DraftKings. Line jumped up to 7.5, so we beat a 4-point line move, and yet the Hawks lost outright at home to the Knicks. Really an embarrassing offensive showing. Trae Young was very good. Capella was very good. Nobody else did anything, and the Hawks ended up struggling offensively for the entire game. But either way, picked up a loss there. Overall, though, went 3-1 for plus 1.54 units. A very nice day overall. I'll look for another winning day here on Sunday. And for the play today, looking at a matchup in the NFL between the Patriots and the Titans. Quick reminder, I also gave out an NFL play in the joint show as well. So if you want a bonus play on Sunday, I got you covered there. But sticking with the NFL, one play that I do like that I did not give out in that video is in a matchup between the Titans and the Patriots taking place at around 1 p.m. Eastern time. And the play that is going to be on the Tennessee Titans team total under 18.5 points at minus 125 on Fox Bet. Time recording of 3:30 a.m. Eastern time. Couple reasons why I like the Titans team total under in this spot. First of all, New England's defense right now is the best defense in the entire league. The Patriots are allowing just 16.1 points per game, which is the fewest in the NFL. Plus, you look at the Patriots defense over the last couple of weeks, and it has rivaled the 85 Bears. New England has allowed just 13 points in its last 3 games combined. Now, there are a couple of weak opponents in there, but to go through those performances, gave up 0 points to the Falcons on Thursday night last week, gave up 7 points to the Browns the week prior, and gave up 6 points to the Panthers the week before that. So this defense is completely dialed in, and it also played on Thursday, as I mentioned before, so it had a couple extra days of preparation for this Titans matchup. But you want to go through the main reason why I like this spot here for New England's defense. It's the fact that Tennessee's offense is extremely injured, and I do think that with a lack of playmakers on the outside, I do think that they're going to struggle to move the ball against such an elite defense. Now, to go through the people that the Titans are missing, they are obviously missing Derrick Henry. He's the best running back, in my opinion, in the league, but he's obviously still injured. It hasn't played the last couple of weeks. They're still missing Julio Jones, their main offseason acquisition from the receiving core. Now, a new addition to the injury report is A.J. Brown, their best receiver, and he is out for this game. They're also missing backup running back Jeremy McNichols. So the Titans are going to be using a third-string running back. Adrian Peterson got cut, by the way, so he's no longer there. They're going to be using a bunch of makeshift wide receivers who probably would be, I'd say, number 3s or number 4s on most depth charts, but they're starting, and they're facing off against a New England defense that's been really good in Foxborough. It's really not a good time for the Titans offense to be missing so many guys, and I do think that the Titans will struggle to move the ball against this New England defense. But to go through another factor is time of possession. Both these teams will love to hold on to the ball, and I do think you'll end up seeing less possessions overall for both teams. Tennessee ranks 3rd in the league in time of possession, and New England ranks 10th. So I do think that Tennessee is not really known for being a quick strike offense. And with the amount of weapons that this team is missing, I do think that they will have to piece together a bunch of short passes, try to sustain long drives, and I do question how well that's going to work. Plus, at 18.5, you can really give up a touchdown. The question is, are they going to give up 2 and 2 field goals? I really don't see it. I don't think Tennessee is going to score 3 touchdowns. I think we can all agree on that. But I do think that New England will do a good job of playing keep away with the ground game, with the short passing game with Mac Jones. And I do think that field position is going to be an area of, let's just say, advantage for New England in this spot. But 18.5 simply puts way too high. You're looking at the Patriots defense and the current form. I think Tennessee will probably finish with around 14 in this spot, maybe 13, but I really don't expect them to get to 20 or 21 or anything higher than that. So for that reason, the play that once again is going to be on the Titans. Team total under 18.5 points at minus 125 on Fox Bet. Bye, everyone.